Hi guys, right, today I want to talk about this World Economic Forum. Okay, where to start? Right, people truly think this World Economic Forum is a good thing. Now, the reason why I'm speaking slowly is, can you see from what's going on since the beginning of the global lockdown? Now, I'd like to tell you something. There's a lot of pieces to this jigsaw, and the rabbit hole goes very deep. Now, what's their wording? You will own nothing and be happy. So, how do you suppose they're gonna accomplish this? Right, I shall explain this to you. Now, people don't know this. Even if you own and are fully paid for every brick on your house, your mortgage is fully paid, you are in retirement, whatever your circumstances may be, do you really think that you can keep this house and no government agency can come along and kick you out of that house? Because in your mind you think, because you paid the full mortgage, or you paid it cash if you were wealthy enough. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. If any government body came to your house now, even like I say already, in your mind you've paid it, whether it were cash or mortgage, fully paid, you don't owe the bank a penny. Now, so most people think that that house is theirs and their private property. That is true. Okay, but right, ask yourself this. The Queen of England owns all land on earth. She's an exchequer / tax collector for the Vatican. Now, let's get back to knowledge. Knowledge is power, and people need to learn in the power and start learning and critical thinking and looking into laws. Now, all this stuff I am going to tell the public absolutely free. Bear in mind, there's people charging thousands of pounds to tell you how to secure your property with a thing called allodial titleship. Now, I know there'll be many people, whoever watches this video, will be scratching their head thinking, this man is crazy. He's saying, although we own our houses, we owe the bank nothing, we bought our house cash, they can't take it off us. No government agency can take it off. The police can't come, the armed police can't come, the National Guard can't come. Well, they are doing. I have watched over 35 videos in Australia. Now, They were very distressing. I've seen families of 5 children. The first one I saw was a single parent Aboriginal man, and they came, no warning, around 300 armed police, very aggressively, said the man had half an hour to get his 5 children, no longer than half an hour, to vacate. He's fully paid for, didn't owe the bank a penny on his mortgage, he'd been in retirement, his wife had just died. They gave him half an hour to get his goods, his kids ready. Do you think that were enough time? They dragged him off. Obviously, the guy was going crazy. Right, so this gets back to what I just said to you. The Queen owns every piece of land on earth. Forget countries. Forget thinking, oh, we're in America, they can't do that. Listen, it started in Australia. It's happening in India. It's happening in Sri Lanka. Right, okay. I hope that you will listen to this knowledge, because it took me a lot of years and hard work and time, because I love the public. Right, now, it's a thing called, the only thing that will give you full, legal, lawful protection from any government agency on earth from you being evicted from your property. Now, this thing, as I've just mentioned, is called an allodial titleship, allodial titleship. Now, I know you'll be scratching your head thinking, well, what's an allodial titleship? Right, it's a very simple thing. Now, you don't need to have money to go and get a real estate agent. Now, my advice is, you research it yourself. There's no excuse. How do you think I found the information? Okay, it's as simple as this. Right, under a thing called public right of way, did you know if any member of the public could enter onto what you think is your land or property, and they could basically park a caravan in your garden, or set up a hippie commune, they could set up a cult in your front garden. Now, what do you think of that? Ha! You'll be thinking this man's crazy. Trust me, if you're prepared to listen, everything I'm saying to you is factual and it's a law. So, let's get to this allodial title without any delay. Right. Under the public right of way laws, like I just said to you, you may think if somebody trespasses on what you think is your land, which is not. The Queen of England owns all lands in every country on earth. So, unless you go to the boundaries of your property and put up a good fence, quite a high fence, 7-8 foot fence, you need to put a private property sign for the public to clearly see. You need to surround the boundary, mark the boundary, Either you can do this on Google Maps or a normal map. Get a marker, draw around the boundary of your property, but don't forget to have good signs for clearly in public view saying private property. Right, that's the first 2 steps. Surround the property with a fenced off enclosure. Put locks on your enclosure around the property. Now, next step. This next step is simple. You do not need to pay these people on social media that are charging people thousands of pounds to give you this knowledge. I'm going to impart this knowledge to you. Nobody learned me about it. I learned it myself because I love the public and I love humanity. Now, let's get to it. Once you have either clearly marked the boundary of your property surrounding your house, whether it be a garden. If you don't have a garden, you still need to put a fence around your house, okay, with private property signs in clear view of the public. Now, the next step is very important. You need to go to your local council government office or any government office that deal with public stuff, yeah? Council office, government officials that deal with land. You need to go in the office and you need to put up on their public notice board a picture of the exact location of your property, right, showing the boundary with a fence around it. It needs photographing. You need to approach a desk and ask and declare allodial titleship, and make sure that you photograph this. Whether you do it on Google Maps to mark it, it has got to be clearly visible to the public. Okay, right. Next step. You need a receipt from the council to prove that you have claimed allodial titleship. Now, next thing to do is make sure you photograph, get receipts, and to be safe, go around several government official buildings dealing in land. Okay, then as long as you've taken the steps that I've just explained to you, it's as simple as that. Do not have to pay any fancy lawyers or fancy international lawyers. Bear in mind that officers of the court, even the defence, first officers of the court, they swear allegiance to the Queen and the Crown. So, whose interest do they have at heart? It's not yours. So, I've told you what to do. I know you might think it's crazy if you don't heed the information. It is happening now around the world. Like I said to you, the staging post for the New World Order, no doubt you'll have seen it. If you haven't, they started evicting, starting with the Aboriginal people, out of the houses that they'd fully paid for. Families, vulnerable families, elderly people. This is how you will end up owning nothing and be happy. Do you honestly think you'll be happy? No, you won't. So, knowledge is power. People need, the public need, to critical think and do their research. Nobody told me how to claim this allodial title. I have it on my property. All my family do. So, I've told you for free. That's all I can do, show you the way. If you want to laugh and ignore it, laugh and ignore it. You will be living in a FEMA camp. Okay. So I think I've covered what needs covering. I'm showing you the World Economic Forum page because it's these that behind it. More to that, the actual hidden hand behind it is Rome. Yeah? The Jesuits are behind this. These are the front men for the Jesuits. Okay? So, do what you may, think what you may. I don't really care if you think I'm a conspiracy theorist. What I have said to you, I can prove. So, more to the point, you can research this yourself and take the necessary steps to make sure you will own nothing and be unhappy. So unless you want to be kicked off your property at 2 o'clock in the morning, children given half an hour to collect lifetimes of the values, clothes, your kids put into social care, that's up to you. And we all know what social services are. So I'm going to go now. If anybody has any more questions, I'm going to post this video and ask some questions on my channel in the comment section. I can't upload the video for about a week. I'm on my last strike. So there you go, guys. Thank you.